Hey folks, Logger John here, and it's a hot Sunday afternoon. It is Father's Day. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is a hot one here today in Eastern Ontario. It's about 36 with the humidity, and it's dry. It's been dry. We really need a rain really bad. There might be some rain in the forecast on Tuesday. We'll see. We're hoping we're going to get some. And I'm sitting in here in the woodshed. And welcome back to another episode of Woodshed Ramblings with Logger John. And initially I was going to do talk about some tractor pulling. A little bit of tractor pulling history and why I like tractor pulls, but I think we'll skip that today and we'll do that in the future. I think today we're just going to look around the yard. I'm going to show you my garden and a few other projects that I'm working on, and you can see some tools here on my table that I've been using. I just left them in here. We'll look at a big project that I've been working on the last week, and like I said, my gardens are up. Like I say, they need rain, so we're going to go look at the gardens right now and a few other things, so stay tuned. Okay folks, here's some of the tools that are sitting on the table here. I have the big saw here that I was using. It's got the slide on it, slide saw. It's a nice saw, it's a DeWalt. And then I have a smaller one up here, and I also have one of these, which is a great little tool. Little cordless saw, a DeWalt. Just love the thing. It's great. And so we're going to go look at what I've been using these tools on here. So stay tuned. So this is what I've been working on, guys. The last week is a new deck. Right here. Pretty much got it finished yesterday. It was quite a job. Can't see them, but down here there's a sonotube. We poured 6 sonotubes, 1 in each corner, and then 1 there and 1 at the door. So that was a big job. We got down about 3 feet before I hit rock with the sonotubes. There goes my dog. She's hot. She's going to get some water. And this is what my next project here. As you can see, the big opening in the wall there, that was where the old porch was. We had an old porch, an old structure. The structure went all the way out here actually to the cement sidewalk. We tore it down last winter. It was getting pretty rough shape, a lot of rot. So we decided to tear it down. Now I have this big gap in the wall. So I ended up building a new deck, and on the deck I'm eventually going to build a structure, post each corner, post in the middle, and just like a covered porch. I'm not going to use that roof line. It's going to be a new roof line, and then I'll have to re-side all this. And so that's what we're doing here. Right now I just put plastic on it and strapped it just to keep the weather out of it. And if you can look at the old walls, I don't know if you can notice that, they're stacked lumber. The whole outside of the house is stacked lumber. Like I said, I just put plastic to keep the weather out. Once I start building, I'll remove the plastic. And then if you come over here, you can see they initially had styrofoam on here and then the siding, so I gotta redo that. The hydro connection is here. When the old porch was here, the electrical panel used to be out here, right here. So I had the electrical panel moved to the inside the main house, and there's still some wires that are exposed. Some of them are covered here. Just got to be careful when I start building. So that's the plan, is to build like a covered porch. And yeah, and this here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. This walkway here is going to be removed. It's all heaved and cracked. So I'm going to get my neighbor with a loader, and he's going to dig these out of here. There's only about 4 inches of cement, I think. Should be pretty easy. I'm going to leave this walkway for now. And then if you look over here, this deck here is probably 20 years old. Well, actually, this deck here is about 20 years old. It's not too bad a shape. It's got some boards that need to be replaced, but this smaller deck's probably 15 years old. And it's pretty rotted right there. As you can see, it's all rotted underneath. The problem was the flower beds were so close here. And then the old porch, when the porch was here, the roof line was here, so all the water came down here. The eave trough was kind of not much good up on the initial roof, on the old roof, so it got a lot of water down here, and it was kind of in the soil here with the hostas. Anyways, this is going to get replaced, this whole deck here, at least this part for now, and I'm going to somehow tie it into this new deck. I might have to move this one hosta out of the way, move the hosta over here maybe, and make like a steps coming down onto this new deck. So that's my project I've been working on. It's nice here, you get, well, it's the morning sun and then the afternoon shade, so okay, we're going to the garden. You can see my, I don't know if you can see the grass. It's all getting burnt pretty bad. It's still pretty green here, but it's like burnt way over there, so close to the rock, eh? But anyways, here's the garden. The last time you saw this, it wasn't up very much, but this is the one garden here. The tomato plant's doing pretty good. We got carrots and beets, some nice red lettuce. We've been eating lettuce like rabbits here. I like lettuce, but you can only eat so much of it, right? And then we have a chive plant. And then you look over here, we got some nice romaine lettuce. Some of the peas are coming up. A row of carrots and some onions, and then there's more lettuce down there. Lots of lettuce. Anyways, we'll go over here to the potato patch. Going over here. Ah, the sun just went behind a cloud. It's nice now. Here's the potatoes. They're doing pretty good. We have Yukon Gold right down there all the way. And then red Norland halfway, and then there's some white ones at the far end. So far, fingers crossed, there's no potato bugs. So that's good. We do need a rain though, like I said. And then on the other side, tomato plants are coming along. I think I got to take some, pinch off some of the bottom leaves maybe, but they got some blossoms. So we got 4 of those. The pepper plants aren't doing so good this year. I don't know why. They're still alive, but if you look on the leaves, they're kind of brown. And we water the garden. We're watering it every day, so it's not like they're getting lots of water. But I don't know if you guys noticed. Nothing compares to a nice rain. You can water stuff all the time, but when it rains, it just really helps it. Anyways, here's some rutabagas. Most people just call them turnips, but the proper name on the tag is rutabaga. So they're coming along. I thinned them out last weekend a bit. Then you get down here and you got the slow growing beans, green beans. They're coming slowly, but they should be a bit higher. But you can see the potatoes, they're doing okay, but it's kind of hard to water these potatoes. I don't want to drain my well, especially when it's so dry. Anyways, we'll go back over here. There goes my dog. She's hot. So that's the gardens. We'll go check out some more stuff. We're just going to go over here and check out some stuff over here by the apple tree. I hear my dog following me. There she is. Yeah, you can see it pretty brown along here. You only dig down there a couple, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 inches and you hit rock. So it's like pretty dry. This garden here, there's nothing planted in it. There's some weeds coming up. I didn't put anything there this year. But I noticed a few projects, a few wood cutting projects. If you look over there, there's a road right here, but on the other side of the road, I'm going to zoom in there and see there's some elms that are dying right there. It's slowly dying. It's got the Dutch elm. There's a whole bunch of elms right there actually, right in that whole area. Problem is you got a power line right here, and another power line goes that way, but should be okay. I put a rope on it or something. I got to get that cut sometime. I'm going to show you some other trees here in a few minutes. So stay tuned. I don't know if you guys can remember the one video I made where we had the ash tree. I had the hydro cut. It was right here. And they cut the top off it. Kind of looked like crap. So I did cut it down a few weeks ago. Looks a lot better. It's gone. There's the stump right there. It was kind of fun cutting it down. I had to get the pole pruner out. So you got a fence right here, and then you have like a telephone line there, and then you have a hydro line there. But we got it down, so got that project done. There's another tree over here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got the Dutch elm, I guess. You can see the leaves are turning yellow in there. It's right there. Last winter I cut an elm right there on one of my videos, just down below, right beside this one. This one's leaning on the shed there, the old pig barn, but should be able to. Anyways, they're dying, and if you look around way over there, you can see some alum starting to die way off in the distance there. There's all my wood baking in the sun. Should be good and dry by the time it's ready to use. You don't need any firewood today. You hot, puppy? Come get some water. She doesn't like the flies. Doesn't like the flies? The flies are bugging her. They even spray stuff on her, but it doesn't seem to help. Anyways, we're just back here beside the house. I'm going to walk down this path. You can see all the hostas. We have there's a peony bush here, but it only has one bloom on it for some reason this year. And we got some hostas. And we got this rose bush. It's got one rose on it right there. Another hosta. Come around here. There's a couple little hostas coming up down there. And there's a big one in there. There's lots of nice hostas. And there's right here is a wild rose bush. You can see all the roses. It's a wild one that grew here. Okay, we'll go check out the other peony bushes over around the corner here. Okay, we're over here by the woodshed. This hosta here is just gone crazy. Look at the size of it. And then we have another peony bush here. Got a nice red flowers. And then if you walk over here, you have a white peony. And this one has a fragrance to it. It has a smell to it. It smells really nice. I don't know if you guys can smell that. It's a fragrance one. That's a nice one there. The problem with the peony bushes, they only bloom for a couple of weeks and then they're done. It'd be nice if they bloomed all year. Okay folks, well we're back in the woodshed here. We did a quick tour. Hope you enjoyed that. I didn't want to spend too much time out there. I'm going to have a heat stroke if I do. So yeah, that was my little quick tour of the garden and whatever, and showed you some trees I got to cut and some dead elms to do this fall, and we will do a couple episodes on the tractor pulling. Might be 3 or 4 episodes. It's a big topic to cover in one episode, so we'll look at some of that. And I'm going to leave you with a question, and you can leave the comments or your answer or whatever in the comments. And I was just wondering if you guys ever ate Johnny cake. When I was growing up, I used to have Johnny cake all the time. I think it's a French dessert, Johnny cake. If anybody knows that, you can let me know. My mom used to make Johnny cake all the time, and you'd have it with maple syrup and maybe some jam on it or whatever. It was so good. It's made out of cornmeal. I don't even know if you can buy it anymore. Sometimes you can buy the cornmeal muffins in the store. They're really good. Or you can make them yourself. You can still buy cornmeal, I guess, and make them. But I don't know if anybody still makes Johnny cake, or do you guys ever have it before? It was a thing, like I said, growing up, and I was kind of getting a craving for it last night. Yeah, so Johnny cake, does anybody still eat it, or make it, or buy it, or like it, or whatever? So anyways, that's my question for this week. So I hope you enjoyed this little episode, quick tour of the gardens, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, and thanks for watching, guys.